What's up, YouTube? It's Bully. So back here again for another video. Today we have a new one from Death Battle, Screwattack. We have Roosterteeth. We have Omni-Man versus Homelander. Invincible versus the boys. Death Battle. Now I've been waiting all week to check this one out because the last one we checked out was the Vegeta versus Thor one. I think we watched that last week, was it not? Or was it the week before? I don't know. Anyways, I've been waiting quite some time to check this one out. This one looks like it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna be honest. I think Omni-Man. No, yeah, I think Omni-Man's got this. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm going based off my knowledge from what I've seen in both of the shows. You know, given one's animated, so therefore I feel like they have a little bit more leadway as to like what it is they're capable of like showing when it comes to like feats and capabilities. Like with animation, it's kind of like a bit more leadway, you know what I'm saying? Because with animation you can kind of do like whatever and it shows, and it's different versus like live action, you know what I'm saying, where it's like you actually have to do these things and get these effects. Even if it's CGI, you still got to do quite a bit of, you know, that. So I don't know. Anyways though, based off that knowledge, I would say Omni-Man is a more powerful character. Homelander doesn't. I don't. What's the craziest feat Homelander's done? You know what I'm saying? In this show. Now, if they take into consideration, which I think they usually do, they'll take into consideration like the comic book version of the character. And in that realm, I have no idea. I've never read any of the boys comics or the Invincible comics. Take it back. I watched a video about like a couple events that took place in the Invincible comics, but I never actually read it. I just watched a video talking about it. So I do know a little bit more about the comics of the Invincibles. I don't know too much about the extent of like how powerful Homelander and Omni-Man really are. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, just going based off shows, I'm going Omni-Man. You guys let me know who you're going for. Also, this is how this works. If I go Omni-Man and you go Homelander, if you go on Homelander and Homelander wins, you can dislike the video, leave a hateful comment, whatever. However, if I win and you weren't the side of Homelander, guys, subscribe and or like the video. Actually, no, do both, like and subscribe, because we're literally so close to hitting 8,000 subscribers. We're like 869, you know what I'm saying? So we're like what 130 something away from being in that range of 1,000 before summertime. So I'm just excited. I'm happy, man. Let's just check out a video. I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's go, man. Oh, but before you do that, hopefully your day was pretty good. But if it wasn't, hopefully this makes it just a little bit better. Let's go. Death Battle.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Invincible.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero. Brought to you by Vought International.
Vought.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very
Comics
first,
of Invincible
Superman.
and the boys.
But
Okay.
what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely? Answer, we're all screwed.
Right.
He's Whiz and I'm Boomstick.
This gotta be
it's
a
our
good
job to
one.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
I
death battle.
can't wait for the boys season 3.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had
That was
to go
cool.
there for a second, huh? Not really. His name is in the title of the video. Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. On the planet Viltrum, Nolan
count
was
him out.
sent to Earth
Call
to
him out.
act as its super-powered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian
Really
homeworld.
wants his son
And
to
as his
think.
superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Right.
Life couldn't
1,000
be
years
better
old.
until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Yo, that
Turns
was
out
crazy.
Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised. Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population,
Yeah, that's crazy.
murdering billions with their
That's like
bare
some
hands
Thanos
until
like
only the
type
strongest
ish.
were left,
But like
united
instead
by
of
a
that,
common
they just
purpose.
legit
This
fought each other.
Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
Right.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry,
Right.
Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Jesus.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Right.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get
It's
is
bad.
basically a Viltrumite.
Basically.
Due to their unique Viltrumites are composed
DNA.
of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Wow.
Kind of reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a sciencey explanation for his powers.
I mean,
except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological
I don't know the whole
that I cannot stand. Uh-oh, comics fans.
Right.
I'm calling this debunked.
Use the Wilhelm screen.
Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup.
That episode was so long.
In this series get fucked up and somehow survive. However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging. Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star. And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than regular humans. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Spoilers!
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he is easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him.
Oh my
But Mark
god.
didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Craziest thing I've seen animated.
Invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes. Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth. Classic generational divide. Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions.
Yeah, that was
his own
crazy.
body as the projectile.
Right.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies.
I think Omni-Man's got it. I don't know how Homelander is going to compete, really.
Planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas. Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide. And weigh over 4.6 quintillion
These numbers,
tons,
man, I'm just like,
re-entry speeds of over 11,000
these
meters
calculations.
per second. It hit with enough energy to
Okay. It said their feats. It said the feats that what you were talking about is pretty comparable to that of the comics or whatever. So I'm okay.
destroy the moon twice over. So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible. Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first. Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable.
I like how they took the comic panels like
Omni-Man to save
word
the
by
planet.
word.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training?
Oh
like
my
the trainers?
god.
We get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
No, it
but
wasn't.
if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day. He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes,
That was so cool
Mark
how the
made
blood
his
just
father
blew
human.
off. Made his father human. I don't know.
This
man.
episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned
I
out
thought I
and don't
skipped
even
this in the
know it.
beginning, then
Symptoms
they
can
came
include
back
lack
with
of
it. Okay. Good job. They getting smart.
Welcome to Vought International, a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest
A-Train, my
superheroes
boy,
on
the
face
D.
of the earth.
Translucent.
That's right, superheroes are real.
Hey,
and
Black
they're
Noir is
big
pretty cool.
business. Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on
Like
popular
Batman was
culture, pumping
a
out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight. Yeah, imagine. Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander. He's got the
That's
looks,
an interesting
the charm,
name, too.
the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
I didn't finish
But
Diabolically.
Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth. Remember bad future Biff from Back to the Future? Now
Yeah.
give him superpowers and media training.
That's kind of accurate.
Is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby. A tale we're all familiar with. And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vough's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound V.
Right.
And he was a complete success. Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him. As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time. It wasn't long
It's kind of
before
sad
he
if you really
debuted
think
as
about it,
Homelander, the
how he
ultimate
turned out.
defender of the American dream.
Why he is the way he
Homelander
is.
possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He
Human
can fly at
voice.
hypersonic speeds,
Superhuman
see through
voice.
walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat. But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong
Yeah,
enough
he
to
loves
slice through
that.
crowds of people or split airplanes in half. Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him. Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't
That
reveal
was
his incompetence.
so messed up.
Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect. The only thing he treasures is,
He's a good actor.
his public image.
This
Turns
actor who
out
plays
being
him,
raised as a lab
real good.
experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry,
His
he
face.
eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi.
Yeah, nah.
Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens.
What?
Who proved that? Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic
They're
energy.
actually
Over
trying to
1,500
quantify
meters
like
per
this.
second,
Oh my
or
gosh, bro.
4.5 times faster than sound. That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody.
Yeah, like
Kind of sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
Right.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon.
Stronger
known to
than Queen
mankind,
Maeve?
No matter
Okay.
how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him. That'd include nuclear
Hurled
weapons
a fighter
as
jet
powerful
with
as
one
the
hand?
Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT. Actually,
Jesus.
it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right. We all almost died. And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion. Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him. Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea. Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life. Being born Vough's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning.
Jesus, man.
Or not.
All I got is value and money there. I still think
This episode is sponsored by Mint
I still think Omni-Man's gonna win it, but they did a good job in letting me know like a bit more about Homelander.
Time for a death battle.
I think Omni-Man's got it though still. Omni-Man, if he wins, subscribe. Homelander, dislike, hateful comment, whatever you choose. I like this animation, it looks good.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco?
He doesn't talk like that.
Warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand.
Okay.
It's very important to me that that brand means something.
I like this music.
And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right?
That's kind of how
What do
he,
you think, Debbie?
not the way. Whoa.
Nah, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding?
Oh my
Get the
God.
fuck out of my country.
That's kind of how he talks. Like, not the way he sounds, but like how he would talk.
I'm going to feed you your own heart.
Kind of sounds like J.K. Simmons a little.
Shit.
I'm excited.
That was a great line.
I was about to say Omni-Man is definitely the better fighter.
Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Here for your planet. Woo! Okay. Okay. You're gonna do the Superman? Omni-Man's quicker? No. He would. He would actually just do that and be fine. Yo.
Never been hit by someone your own size before?
Oh my
You have
God.
to turn with the punch to reduce.
Oh.
Better.
Oh my God. Yo, power driver? Okay, there we go. There's something that affected him. Yo, what? All those surrounding people just died. It's about to snap.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry? After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flash right out of those shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Oh, 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 oh my God. What did I say? What did I say? Oh my gosh, he actually opened his eyes. Why'd you watch that?
Merry Christmas.
Those kids and those people are... Yo, all you, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Right now. It should be somewhere up here. Go ahead, click the button. Let's go. I'm right. I'm like 2 for 2 now, or 3 for 3 now when it comes to these death battles. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing pretty well. Got a little streak going on. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't stop anytime soon.
It sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Yeah.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond,
Right.
relatively speaking. Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light.
Right.
Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his
Right.
heat vision.
And while
Right.
Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time. And there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell,
Okay.
Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if
Jeez.
it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming,
Right.
Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus,
Gotcha.
while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and
Yeah, I was about to say,
conquering
it's way
worlds
more
for thousands
combat
of years.
trained.
He comes from a warrior
Right.
culture based on fighting.
Right.
Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself
Yo,
as a
we
fighter
sound alike.
because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
Right.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy.
I mean,
but
yeah.
Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage
Jeez,
earned
man.
him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is
I thought it'd be
Omni-Man.
better. The pun or whatever, the joke. But yeah,
Death Battle
I
is
knew
back
Omni-Man
and
had it,
we
man.
launched a
I'm...
brand new membership program for our YouTube channel.
See
By
what they got
directly supporting
next.
our team, you'll get unique emotes, badges, and additional content, and a bunch more. Click that join button to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Next time. Magneto? Yeah. Who? Tetsu. Where is that kid from? I've seen him before. Tetsuo. Where is he from? He looks familiar. Magneto. June 6th. Magneto versus Tetsuo. Hey, yo. Help me out down below in the comments. Because I know someone's going to say it. And I'm going to be like, ah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he looks very familiar. But anyways, that was a good one, man. Like I said, Omni-Man, he just seemed way more superior. And even though I give it that the fact that it was animated, so it's like the series are different. The fact that they're animated, so like I feel like there's a little bit more leeway when it comes to like showing off certain powers and abilities. But even with that taken into account, I still felt like Omni-Man was just way more powerful, and that ended up being the case. Like he was absolutely owning him the whole time and just taking damage and not acting like he was bothered. So, hey man, Death Battle screwattack did a good job right here, man. Y'all let me know down below in the comments how y'all thoughts and felt about this one. Did you agree? Did you disagree? You know what I'm saying? Also, if you have to leave me a like, go ahead, do so. You want to subscribe, you should. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. The goal is 1,000 before summertime. We're almost there. Go ahead and join the family, join the journey, because we're gonna go crazy this summertime on this channel. You know what I'm saying? We're about to take over YouTube, no cap. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Twitch and YouTube are up here. You can also follow me on Instagram at LeroySet. So, same YouTube channel. That being said, peace.